blame, you mad it.
I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some Misha, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some Misha, stick it in the ballroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Taking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, got the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. Take some Misha, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some Misha, stick it in the ballroom.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to EMP.Money. This is our daily live AMA and Detonator rollover event. My name is AJ. I'm the team lead here at EMP, and I'm joined by my co-host with the most, Bull Gates. Bull, how are you today?
Good, man. I can't take my eyes off the screen here. Actually, that's not true. I go in and out, and I'm checking excitedly, I think, like everybody else, just kind of watching and waiting for PEG and then that Peggy dance to just erupt here in the channel, which is going to be amazing.
I love it, brother. Yes, the ecosystem is on absolute fire today. EMP is blowing up, pun intended, and we are just absolutely killing it. We are almost at PEG. Last I looked, we're pushing 0.99 PEG. I think with the detonator rollover, we could easily be at 0.99. And then remember, we start printing as soon as we get to 1.01. That is when the boardroom turns on, and we see an absolute skyrocket in the protocol APRs, the amount of EMP that's produced in the boardroom APRs, the node APRs, the price of eShare. My God, the price of eShare has doubled in the last week and a half, and so it could see another double or triple even from here once the boardroom is printing, because again, eShare gets its value from the boardroom, and that is the only way new EMP is minted in our ecosystem through very, very responsible controlled inflation. But man, what a day. We have a lot of updates. Again, the ecosystem is just on fire. Bull mentioned the Peggy dance. For those of you that don't know, that is a tradition on our Telegram. As soon as we're over 1.01, we post a bunch of GIFs or GIFs, depending on how you want to pronounce them. But yeah, it's a party in the Telegram. Our Telegram has been referred to as the pub, and our Discord is the library, because the Discord is a lot more analytical, a lot of great articles, a lot more one-on-one attention. But Telegram is a pure-on free-for-all when we're over PEG. So yeah, we can't wait to celebrate with all of you when that happens. I did a major update post today on all of our socials explaining where we are and how much success we've had over the last 48 to 72 hours. We're pushing again almost 20 million in total liquidity, which is unheard of. ETH is also on fire. ETH is almost 1,700. The last I looked at it, we're pumping just before I got on this AMA. So again, EMP is the #1 spot, industry leading, hands down way to accumulate ETH and have incredible APRs with maintaining that exposure to Ethereum. So imagine everything that you're earning in our ecosystem right now. Well, when ETH doubles, so does your ROI and all the potential gains you're getting as well. So it's just amazing. I mean, we built something really special here, and we're still, in somewhat of a bear market. I mean, yes, things are looking a lot better, things are recovering, but can you just imagine where we're going to be when the bull market finally kicks in and over $2 trillion enters crypto all over again? I mean, that just gets me so excited, and I'm happy for all of you that are here on the AMA, that are involved in EMP, that have stuck with us, that have learned the ecosystem, that show up every single day so that we can all make incredible gains together. So I have a few more updates, but Bull, anything you want to add to that? I'm already out of breath, man. I'm so excited.
Well, I was going to save this for a little bit later, but I rarely look in the charts, but I went back and looked, and I was just kind of, just eyeballing it, nothing scientific, and just kind of wondering how the ecosystem and the chart looked for eShares, and how similar it looked to the last time pre that gigantic peg run we went on for 50 plus days. Looks really similar. I'll just say that. And I would just maybe encourage everybody to go back, look at it, and eyeball it, and tell me what you think, or tell yourself what you think it looks like, and then make some decisions based on that. And always remember, we have to be above 101 for the boardroom to print. That's where eShare will get its major utility. But at the end of the day, with everybody here being owners of the ecosystem, you have to decide on how the system is going to react to your actions.
Absolutely, Bull. And speaking of utility, I have a major announcement before we get into questions on EMP utility. That was a major discussion yesterday, and I might as well just get into it now. So we have our new UI releasing on Wednesday. We're coordinating a major effort with a bunch of the top YouTubers. Between everybody, all the subscribers on all the YouTubers that we've already had commit and given early access to the UI to be able to show off everything. We have over 500,000 subscribers that, again, combined, that are going to be seeing this new UI. We're coordinating it all on Wednesday, July 27th, along with the site going live to get the most hype possible out of it. And who knows? I mean, we may be above peg way before that, but that alone should really drive the hype. But we spoke a lot yesterday about EMP utility, and I got out of a meeting today, and I can say that we have one of the largest announcements to date coming sometime next week or the week after. Again, I know I'm the the king of the tease, as a lot of you like to say. I love to tease. I love to build hype. But this is the biggest use case for EMP that we've announced so far. So really excited for that. Again, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will have that out. And those of you that have been accumulating EMP and not dumping it are going to be really happy, with another potential use case for EMP. So that's super exciting. I didn't even plan on dropping that alpha, but the meeting I just got out of was just super awesome. So I can't wait to again give you all that update. But I do have a few other quick updates, and then we can jump right into questions. Liquid Capital ended, and we raised 25% of their overall raise was through EMP and our affiliate commission link alone. That just is such a testament to the amazing community here at EMP. Everywhere we go, we bring a giant sledgehammer with us. In the words of 𝘨𝑗, we just, again, it's just unbelievable. The community never ceases to amaze me. We were able to raise $612,000. I think it's even a little bit more than that now from the last time I looked. But that means that we are getting over $120,000 back in referral commission from that. It's going straight to our treasury. That will be dropped to us sometime tomorrow. And then those funds, again, will be used to help the ecosystem in the best way possible. We never ever announce buybacks or other liquidity injections before we do them, just to avoid exploits. But just know that that money will be put to good use, and that is a massive shot in the arm for an already very healthy treasury. So, oh man, I'm just so excited. So that went really well, and yeah, overall everything's looking good. We're almost at 35 million TVL. We may actually be over that now. Again, I haven't looked since I got on stream, but that is again our overall TVL is also increasing. The highest TVL we've had to date was at the height of the last bull run before the market imploded, and that was 50 million. So we're already well over half of our TVL recovered. And once the boardroom starts printing, that TVL could jump by 10 million a day. So again, 100 million TVL incoming, I hope. And it's not if, it's when. So, oh, awesome. All right, Bull. That's all my real big updates for today. Really, we're just reveling in the ecosystem firing on all cylinders. I did want to
Mhm.
talk a little bit about what to do after we recover PEG. But yeah, go ahead, Bull. Anything else you want to add in regards to any of those?
Well, for all the new people, the ecosystem is firing on all cylinders, really just kind of revving up, right? We like some car analogies here and a bunch of other analogies too, but the system's revving up, getting ready for to just burn down the track, so to speak. And when we look at that, there's a lot of things that go into it, but at the end of the day, everybody here is the owner of that car. They're working in the pit crew, getting it ready to go, priming, making sure everything is right. And then so when we get to that 101 mark, I think most people know what to do. But for the new people that don't, take advantage of everybody in the community to ask questions and learn what to do, what's best for the ecosystem, because that's actually going to end up being best for you in the long term, to just kind of get that perpetual yield going and building your farm and that exposure to EMP and to ETH. As we all know, we're all here in DeFi. We know that ETH is going to take off. It's not if it is, it's not when. It's or maybe I'm a little confused.
Yeah, you're right.
Not
It's
if.
not if,
Yeah,
it's when. There you go, Bull. You got
it
it.
that yeah, that's right. When it takes off, because it is going to take off, and then when it does, if anybody has been in the crypto market in the past and saw just how ETH goes on a tear, and with the merge set to come up here on the 19th of September, I think a lot of that people are anticipating that, and because ETH really is the money of DeFi and the money of crypto, or the currency of crypto. We're anything attached to that, and EMP is an integral part of that. So we're going to see this ecosystem just blow up when the new UI launches, the Detonator upgrades drop, the ETH staking opens up. So yeah, I'm super excited. I think everybody here is primed and ready to go, and just to see these farm APRs explode and the boardroom go and the Peggy dance. Yeah, so everything's firing on all cylinders. Just really, everything's looking, amazing here, tip-top shape. And I think for the new people, they're going to be amazed to see what happens when we go above that 101.
Absolutely, no doubt, Bull. It's going to be incredible. And so I just want to talk real fast on some more advanced strategies when we do recover PEG. And I'm more than happy to do a whole AMA about this when it finally happens. But I just want to have everybody prepared. So there is a lot of pent-up excitement. We have been below PEG for about a month and a half. And really, again, being below PEG is healthy. It's not PEG is not the end-all be-all. But again, to use Bull's car analogies, when we are above PEG, it's like using high octane fuel or a supercharger or a turbo. It basically pouring jet fuel on the fire when we're above PEG. And so with that, I know, like I said, a lot of pent up excitement and energy. I know a lot of you have bonds, and remember, you know, you definitely want to redeem bonds. But the longer you wait and the higher we go above peg, the more bonus you get on redeeming bonds. So just keep that in mind. There's a full chart in our docs that breaks it down. And you can redeem bonds for EMP. That really doesn't hurt anything. Even without that multiplier, it just hurts you. But don't sell that EMP. Again, we always preach about how selling EMP, again, everybody's free to do what they want. I really hate even saying don't sell EMP because it's more of a matter of you as the investor wanting to earn the most in our protocol, and selling EMP for profit is not the way to do it. When you sell EMP, you are literally exiting the protocol. So if you're bullish on EMP and you're bullish on ETH, the last thing you want to do is exit. You know, if you want to leave, then fine. You know, you're more than welcome to dump or sell. There's no sell shaming in that. We're all here and have our own agendas, but again, we've proven that we are one of the most amazing protocols, especially during a bear market, to be continuing to produce sustainable yield with exposure to ETH. So what you want to do is use your node emissions, just like you use your node emissions to pair up and add to your EMP LP. You want to do the same thing with the boardroom. So when the boardroom starts printing, you use that EMP to pair up with the E-shares, or you sell E-share for ETH, and then you pair that ETH up with the EMP from the boardroom. So again, you know, the APRs are super attractive in the boardroom, but if you have all this excess EMP, you know, because you have too many E-share, again, that means that your balance is a little bit out of whack, and you always want to prioritize the EMP ETH LP because that produces E-shares indefinitely now. We made that announcement 2 weeks ago, and I'll work on a full write-up in the next month or so. But E-share emissions will continue indefinitely now at a decaying model, just like Bitcoin having the emission rate will have every year. And so you want to be able to earn E-shares, and the only way to do that is to build your LP. So definitely use EMP as a utility token. Go into more nodes, again, responsibly. But with the announcement coming, like I said earlier about the use case for EMP, you're going to want that liquid EMP and not have to buy it back at a higher price. So really exciting stuff. And again, those of you that do have some E-share, you know, maybe put a little bit in the boardroom just so you can experience what it's like. But definitely, we never recommend, you know, going full degen and aping your entire bag into E-share just because the APRs are so attractive. The idea is to set up a money printer, or what we call the infinite money loop. And so that is using LP tokens with the largest part of your investment. So yeah, I hope that answers a lot of loose ends. I'm more than happy to do a whole AMA about that when we do recover PEG. But we're set up so well. Again, a lot of bad actors have left. A lot of good actors have been able to accumulate during all this, you know, downtime. And so we're going to have an even better job maintaining PEG once we get back to PEG. So, and again, I mean, the fact that we have almost $20 million in liquidity is just mind-blowing. So, yeah, anything you want to add to that, Bull, before we take questions, or anybody else from the Army want to chime in? Go ahead, Bull.
Yep, I'll just be really quick. So not to be the DeFi dad, the party pooper, but as we see eShare on a tear, right? If you have been following the strategy that Joe made up in Discord about balancing out your node emissions to what your farms are producing, you might be seeing, a higher value of eShare and then wondering maybe what you should do with it. Maybe consider putting a little to the side, maybe consider selling a little bit because it is double what it was, a week ago, and help push PEG up. Don't sit and wait. sit on that eShare waiting for other people to do it. You are part owner of this ecosystem too. So get your hands in the dirt. Let's keep pushing forward. And the best way to do that is that share token. Selling the share token is what eShare is designed to do, is to take profit on that. So take that profit, bring it and pair it up with thanks, Kirk. Pair it up with your nodes. Pair it up with any maybe extra that you have coming in from the system, where you can buy some fresh EMP. But the goal here is to keep pushing that peg up and above 101. So don't sit on that eShare waiting, because I'll tell you, what happens every single time is, people think things perpetually go up and up and up and up, and you got to remember to condition yourself to take a little bit of profit, put some to the side with so that you have some in the boardroom, so that you have some on the side, so that when you have that EMP from the boardroom that's going to come out, you have something to pair with it. So just keep that in mind, that eShare isn't going to be $20,000 next month. It's a matter of building the ecosystem and letting the team put the pieces in places to build the ecosystem in the long term. But we have to focus on today, with our eyes on tomorrow, but focus on today and getting your hands dirty and pushing, that wheels, or this vehicle, so to speak, up the hill, so that we can, ride it down or up to the moon, or take that helicopter to the moon, like Meebo likes to say. So.
Absolutely, Bull, no doubt, man. Yeah, and you brought up something I was gonna say. And now I've lost my train of thought here. So yeah, I don't know if anybody else from the army wants to chime in while I try to remember. But
yeah, AJ, collect your thoughts.
All right, brother, go ahead, man. Yes, how are you, Joe?
Yeah, no problem. Just to go back a little bit, you are the master of the tease, but the important thing at the end of the day is we all love you, and you always deliver. And that's what's most important. So
Thanks,
yeah,
brother.
Keep bringing it on.
Yes, sir. I love you too, bro. No, appreciate you guys.
Yeah. No, this is awesome. I mean, you've been nonstop talking about this 6 days a week for over a month now, about doing the right thing, believing in the protocol, believing in Ethereum, and it's just so amazing to see the last few days on what actually transpired. I think people are starting to really get it now. And if you look in the farm APRs, I mean, we were at 0.11 only a few days ago. They're up about 100% right now. And we haven't even loaded the jet fuel into the car yet. We're just getting it delivered.
Yes.
So just imagine when we really do hit that peg, it's going to be insane. I was here and I got in at a good time, meaning I was here when we were above peg. So I was spoiled. I thought this is just how protocols work. And then, of course, we had the Mother's Day massacre, like Bull said, and a bunch of other FUD going on in the news and the economy. But look at this. The economy is still a shit show. And here we are, recovering peg. The chart looks like it's a straight line on the peg, which is amazing, which is just another testament that the price of Ethereum isn't as important as our actions within the protocol and how we handle our investment, which is really simple, not selling EMP. And to add on to what Bull said, about that balance strategy, that technique, I'm sure if you followed it with your nodes, creating that personal boardroom, you saw the power of making the nodes and pairing them up with the e-shares that were sold for Ethereum to make more LPs. That was a responsible way to use nodes. Now what you're going to see is when we do recover peg, which I'm very confident it's just a matter of time, that the boardroom is going to turn on. And now that personal boardroom printer is going to go in addition to what boardroom prints. So now you're going to be making EMPs from two sources if you have e-shares staked in the boardroom, which is fine, but just realize that now that balance might get thrown off, which is why that 80-20 strategy that we kind of put in the documents is still relevant, and it always has been. The node balance strategy was not to replace that. That was to, if you aped into nodes or you wanted a way to balance profit LP production, that was a good way. But having more, let's put it this way, you can never have too much in the farms. There's no such thing. You could be at 90-10, 95-5. There's different ways to do it, but the power of the farms, it gives you flexibility. Like Bull was saying, it gives you eShares, and eShares gives you everything in the protocol. You can zap it for more LPs. You can top up your gas when needed as you get low. You can sell it for EMP and buy a node if you don't have any, you want one. And of course, you can pair it up when the boardroom turns on with the EMP that you're going to get in there at super high APY. So the formula I gave you before for the nodes is still the same formula for the boardroom, but you'll see that you're going to need a lot more LPs in the farms to match those emissions from the boardroom because of how high those APRs are. So just keep that in mind. You can never have too many LPs in the farm. So if you have LPs right now in Magic, that's perfect because that is taking the eShares. Half of the eShare rewards are being sold for EMP, which helps the PEG. Once we recover PEG and you want a little bit of exposure to eShares now, move some over into the farms and now you're going to have some eShares. And what I like to do is we all want that, high speculation on eShares. You don't have to go all in. Just take half of your rewards from the farms. You can put them in the boardroom and then use the other half to do whatever you want. Take profits, pair them up with the EMP to make more LPs. But that way you get a little bit of both. You never want to be too heavily weighted in eShares when you could be making money right away, because all you need is a slight reversal, and then now you're going to have eShares that's going to drop in price, which is fine if you're okay with it, but a lot of people can't stomach the up and down with eShares. So if you're going to buy eShares, just be really careful. When you earn them and it's free, you're not going to care that the price is going up and down. So just be heavy in the farms.
Amazing. Joe, you're on fire today, bro. I love it. That was an awesome recap, man. And it gave me time to collect my thoughts. So now I remember what I was going to say, and it plays right into what Bull said and what you touched on a little bit with proper allocation. So we've always said the minimum ratio that you want is 80% of your overall investment into the farms. Just like Joe just said, it could be 90%, it could be 95%. You can never have too much in the farms. But what you want to do, and we're even considering updating some of our documentation just to help people understand this, is always sell about 10% of your eShare emissions. Half, like Joe said, if you want to take profit in half and keep the other half to speculate, well, whatever you're taking profit in, as far as eShare goes, take 10% of that amount and put them into a stable pair. BUSD, USDC, whatever you're most comfortable with, but put it in a stable token. Because by doing that, you're again creating a savings account, so to speak, on chain. And so when we finally do go below PEG again, which we will, it's very healthy for the ecosystem to go above and below PEG. That is how it operates. That's how, again, we have very sustainable and controlled inflation. But yeah, now you have a bag of what the OGs like to say, fresh powder, that you have stables on the side to be able to buy EMP when we go below PEG. And again, when we're around this PEG flow of being below PEG and above PEG, anytime we're below PEG, it is essentially buying discounted ETH. And I think a lot of people were realizing that, and it's why we're up almost 10% on PEG over the last 48 to 72 hours. So anytime we're down below, again, you got to have that fresh powder to be able to accumulate when we are below PEG. And if all of us did that responsibly, we would be in such a tight trading zone of being above and below PEG that each share value would just absolutely moon, because again, the reason eShare goes down is because people are not certain if we will ever, print again. Which again, I mean, in our ecosystem, we're always going to be printing, but that is just kind of the psychological end of that share token value. So there's a lot of things, and again, we have created an entire economy. We get this question a lot of where does the money come from, and if you're asking that question, then you don't understand the protocol. So the value is in the economy. We have a closed economy. The way EMP is minted through eShare, and then again having the reward token be eShare in our farms, it is this amazing cyclical loop that gives value to everything. So really, really exciting times. And yeah, I wanted to just make sure that we tell everybody to take profit responsibly, and out of the profit that you're taking, keep at least 10% in a stable BUSD or whatever you're most comfortable with to be able to buy EMP when and if we go below peg again. So, all right, awesome. Thanks, Joe, for letting me collect my thoughts and for that amazing recap. We'll have to do some clips. LA is going to be busy on this AMA, making individual videos out of everything that we've said. So, all right, awesome. Bull, anything else or anybody else from the army want to jump in before we take questions?
I see Jesse's here. John76 has had his hand raised for a while. So, look, Jesse, why don't you go ahead first, bro, and then we'll get to you, John. Sorry. Or go ahead, John.
The king of DeFi, man. The Willy Wonka of DeFi. What's going on?
What's up, Jesse? How are you, brother?
Yo, super hype, man. Shout out to everybody that took advantage of the 10% off when I told you to do it. Still a little bit of a discount. You got to get it while it's hot. You know where it's going. What was I gonna say? I'm super I'm super proud of the community. Shout out to everyone. We have massive content exposure coming, so make sure everybody is prepared to help out in the Telegram for the people coming into the system. Yeah, people coming in the system and not really understanding, how it works. So everybody pitch in to help out on that end. It's plenty of financial advice coming when the boardroom turns on. Always remember, it's a utility token. It's not for profit taking. There's ways to take profit in the ecosystem responsibly. We can get into it. It's probably more important to get into it when the boardroom turns on. Just be prepared for that financial advice, man, and stay educated. Let's keep this thing pumping. Last minute to get your discount because we're going above peg. So that's financial advice for right now. Shout out to the whole community, man. Love all of you, man. It's amazing to see the recovery. It's amazing to see it organic. As stable as we sat around 90, I have confidence that we're going to be stable above 1.01.
Awesome, Jesse. Hell yeah, bro. We love you too, man. And again, thanks for all your financial advice right here at DeFi Dinner Time. And yeah, absolutely right, bro. Make sure you're supporting all of our content creators. We have, again, like I mentioned earlier in the AMA, we have about 20 different YouTubers that are releasing videos on our new UI on Wednesday when the UI drops. So make sure you spend, just schedule an hour out of your day if you can. I know it's a lot to ask, but just be prepared to go through all those videos and again, show the love to those that are helping us pump our bags and get, again, more people into EMP. And that's the amazing part about EMP is, yes, do we want to have new volume? Absolutely. But do we need new volume to sustain? No, we don't. And no, not a lot of other, I would say no, but 99% of other crypto projects can't say that because, again, they rely on somebody buying your bag at a higher price to actually profit. So really, again,
AJ,
yeah,
you know what?
Jesse,
Listen,
ahead,
since I'm here, I'm gonna shoot some advice. Everybody that's to the point where they're profit taking out of the detonator, you're 1 to 2 days a week. Put them in the farm. You're gonna need it when the boardroom turns back on. You're gonna need as much eShare emission as you possibly can handle.
Yes, bro, absolutely. Well, and that is a great point, and Joe mentioned it a little bit earlier about the APRs on the farms. I mean, Jesus, right now the APR on the EMP ETH LP is about 0.2% daily, and so if you're taking profits out of Detonator once or twice a week, you're putting those into the farms. Now you're earning 0.2% on your profit that you've already taken. I mean, there is no other ecosystem that operates like this that you can have gains on top of gains on top of gains.
It becomes the gift that keeps on giving. And don't forget that all these APRs, they're all dynamic in the system. So as the price of shares continue to rise, look to watch that APR also rise. So the people that's new in the system, 0.2 is nothing. I've watched 0.2 be surpassed most of the time I've been in the protocol.
Yeah, bro, totally. No, 100%. And those, again, for those of you that are new, that is why we say it is important to be above peg. Again, it's not the end all be all, but those APRs are reliant on a very healthy e-share price. So if you want to make more money in the ecosystem, then that's why, again, we say, use EMP as a utility token rather than a profit-taking vehicle. So yeah, absolutely. And one last thing too about farms, if you're using the boardroom emissions or your node emissions, that EMP, if you're using fresh capital, whether it's by selling eShare, or again bringing over fresh capital and pairing that up with EMP that you have already earned, you are actually getting double what the APRs are because that EMP is essentially free in the ecosystem. So the 0.2% daily on the EMP ETH LP farm is really 0.4% daily. And where in the hell are you going to get 0.4% a day on ETH? I mean, it's absolutely unheard of.
I can answer that. I
Go
can
ahead,
answer that.
Jesse. Go ahead, bro.
Only right here. Only right here at EMP.Money.
There you go,
There's your
bro.
answer. Fucking nowhere but here.
I love it, bro. I'm getting myself so hype on this. Oh man, I love it, bro. And it's so true. And there's a lot of other protocols that are trying to copy Detonator and offering their own stable token or a token of whatever they decided they wanted to make that day. And so it's actual Ethereum. There is no made up token. I mean, half of it is BNB or BEP20 ETH. It's backed 1-to-1 by Binance, and it's not just some made up token. And yeah, EMP is our native token. So I guess theoretically you could say that is a made up token, but we have almost $20 million of liquidity that is backing that token. So we're on a whole nother level. Again, to quote 𝘱𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀𝑏reezy, I think it's him. We're playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. So it's just incredible. So all right, Bull, I'm hyped, man. I'm too hyped today. So I think we have a
Yeah,
question
man.
from John
John.
76. Yeah.
Yep. He's ready to go.
All right, go ahead, John.
Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, awesome, mate. Thanks for the daily AMAs, guys. I wish I could get on more than I do, but there's this pesky thing called work
Yeah,
that gets in the
yeah,
way
brother.
sometimes.
No doubt, my friend.
It's mid morning in Australia, so kind of gets in the way every now and again. Hey, just while we got about so many exciting things coming up, recovering peg, mate, the farms are, the APRs are going up again, fantastic. Hey, we've also got the ETH staking coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, sir.
That's correct, yeah. Because I missed out on the first round. So just want to understand. So what's the risk to the ETH that we are staking?
Yeah,
Can you
brother.
explain that further?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Just
So,
yeah.
yeah,
I missed out the first time. I'm not going to be missing out the second time. So
I love it, John. Yeah, hell yeah, man. What do they say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, or shame on me. Something like that. So,
exactly.
yeah, no doubt, bro. So, yeah, absolutely. And thanks again for being on. I've seen you in our chats. It's nice to hear you on the AMA. But yeah, so the ETH staking is coming back live. I think it's what, 12 days. Bull, I don't know. I'm not looking at the screen, but
Yeah.
yeah. And so yes, we will be releasing a full announcement on this, but the idea is that those that are already in the ETH staking will have first priority on compounding, but we still want to leave room for people like you that have maybe missed out on getting involved, in the first round, or maybe they didn't even know about Detonator, EMP, at that point. So yeah, I fully feel like there will be enough room for new capital additions. Again, we will do a full release on this, and we also may be able to extend the max cap. Right now, we have about 2,000 ETH that we can take in, but that may be adjustable as well. So yes, once that window opens, you'll be able to deposit your Ethereum. And so, what are the risks? So, I mean, anything in DeFi is risky. Anybody that says it's no risk is lying to you. But in the grand scheme of things, and as far as risk, it really is one of the lower risk plays that you can do. And so, why is that? So, we've seen, again, centralized plays like Voyager and Celsius take your deposited funds, they loan them out, they do very high risk activities in the background without anybody knowing what's happening, hoping to be able to make the money back, and then, make a profit through trading or through super speculative investments, and then that's how they pay their percentages. And their percentages are about 1/10 of the potential percentages you can earn with our ETH staking. So what we do is we take that Ethereum, we put it into a transparent smart contract where you can see where the funds go. We're not, again, behind some veil or centralized curtain where you have no idea where the funds are going. You can see your ETH in that contract. And what we do is we pair up our ETH with the EMP that the Treasury already owns, and we essentially farm our own share token. And so I know in the beginning there was some concern that would, dilute the APRs and dilute, the earning for other investors. But what we've seen is that the dilution is fairly minimal, and the upside to the entire protocol is much, much more. So once we recover PEG, now we're able to pair and provide liquidity. Who knows? It could be 2,000 ETH at that point. So that's a total of 4,000 ETH when you pair up that EMP. That could be another, $5 or $6 million in liquidity at the PEG ratio. So that really would solidify us being around PEG. It's very healthy for the protocol, and we're able to earn a spread on that on those earnings that is a revenue stream for the protocol. So again, I think a lot of people hear that we're forming our own tokens and maybe don't understand and get a bad taste in their mouth. But really, it's bullish.
Can I give you the flip side of that?
Yeah,
Sorry
bro.
to interrupt.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead, man. Absolutely, go ahead.
So the flip side is you could go to an ecosystem where the developers or the team, whatever you want to call it, sells the native token to fund activity. And if anybody could explain how selling, from the developer fund actually builds the ecosystem, I'd like to hear it, because the 99 times out of 100 when I've seen it destroy an ecosystem, because it's not done, in a responsible manner. But the thing that I like here that you guys have always done is you have always maintained that the Treasury is part of the ecosystem, and it is the ecosystem. So it's going to do everything in its best interest to grow itself, which everybody here that's part owner of the ecosystem is a beneficiary of. So the ability to use that ETH and pair it up with EMP, while it does dilute the farm APR and the EMP ETH LP, it however drives up liquidity, which can protect PEG. It can encourage bigger actors to come in. There's a number of plus benefits that I'm not going to get into, but like I said, the flip side is would you rather the ecosystem have an investment in itself, or would you rather have the ecosystem selling itself off? those are the two options that, you have this or that.
Totally. And again, there's a lot of fringe benefits that Bull said. Again, we don't have time to go into, but the overall idea is that the tide, the greater tide rises all ships. And again, as EMP Treasury becomes the biggest good acting whale in the ecosystem, it really allows us to not only be more sustainable, but also, create more value in eShare so that any dilution is offset by the increased price of eShare. And again, taking profits when we need to, rather than just taking profits to take profit. So yeah, it's so bullish. I mean, everything in this ecosystem has been designed better than everybody else. And I know that sounds cocky, but we really are seeing it, and the numbers don't lie. So yeah, John, does that help, brother? I mean, as far as
$27,000 buy.
Really appreciate that.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, guys. I was going to notice a $27,000 buy on EMP. So
wow, right on.
Awesome.
The AMAs are killing it. They're getting everybody hyped. So yeah, John. So sorry, brother. Did that explain or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's the only part of EMP I'm not involved in yet. So like I said, I regret not getting into it last time, but I won't be doing it this. I will definitely be getting on this time. So
awesome, brother. Yeah, and again, I mean, it's a fixed return of 19% in 3 months. I mean, that is if you were able to compound that is literally 100% return in 1 year, the APY. So you put in 10 ETH. You get 20 ETH out, which and because we transact in ETH and not dollar value, it's also very there's less risk in that as well, because the idea is that again we don't want to convert to a dollar and then have ETH go on an absolute run and now not be able to pay anybody back. So yeah, everything we've done is with the investor in mind. All the math is very, very conservative. As you can see, I mean, that the risk is, and just one more time to harp on this, the risk is that you submit your ETH, that we pair it up with EMP, and that we lose PEG, or the price goes down so much that we're not able to pay investors through those reward mechanisms. But we just went through a 90% drop in the overall market. We were below PEG at 0.88 at the lowest, and we are still more than solvent on paying that staking. So as far as risk, I mean, that should be proof in the pudding right there. So awesome. All right,
fantastic.
John.
Really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. All right. Awesome, brother. Yep. Thank you. All right. Go ahead, Bull. Any other news besides almost a 30,000 EMP buy?
No, but well, the flip side of that is they got 1,000 LP waiting, probably for a big snipe. But don't let me discourage anybody, because it's anybody's ball game, and at the end of the day, right? It's that doesn't mean they're gonna throw all that in there. So everybody's make that first shot your best shot in the detonator.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Well, we saw a really good deal go yesterday. I think about 200 LP was the winner yesterday. So usually people don't like that happening 2 days in a row, and that's the beauty of our game theory. Who knows? We get to see some of the biggest deposits to date, or everybody gets faked out, and another 200 EMP takes it home. I mean, that is just such the unique part of Detonator. So yeah, awesome. All right, any other questions or anybody else from the army want to chime in? I'm gonna look over my notes, but go ahead, Bull.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Can I read a question from YouTube here for you?
Perfect. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know if you were looking at it. Anyway, sorry. Crazy Big Yo.
Yeah,
Can you go into more detail about? Okay, sorry. Crazy Big Yo YouTube. Can you go into more detail about what you mentioned with the ecosystem creating value and where the money comes from? Maybe I need it explained in a different way.
Yeah. So absolutely, Crazy Big. We have about 2 or 3 videos on this, and I'm more than happy to give a quick overview. But we could spend a whole AMA just talking about it, because I think a lot of people.
And we have.
Yeah, we have, exactly. A lot of people come from a traditional finance background. Um, and so, first of all, I think the disconnect comes from just regular finance and decentralized finance. That is the first big difference. So, in traditional finance, the money has to come from somewhere. You can't just create an economy. You can't just print a token, unless you own your own country or, you're the Fed. So that is the number one big difference. But as far as what we do in our ecosystem, once we get past that and realize, that's why DeFi is so powerful. It puts the power back into our hands, not a centralized government's hands. So that's the number one reason why DeFi is amazing. But on top of that, we are cutting edge DeFi here at EMP, and so we have built a literal economy around EMP and eShares. And so by having a two token system where most economies there's just the native token, which in our case is EMP, and the only way to take profit in that native token is to sell it. So that's why we see all these node projects that have died or other shit tokens, that have a big run up. And if you don't sell the top, then you're gonna fucking lose. So, that's what we've seen. And so with us, with a two token system, our reward token is our eShare token. And because you're able to earn eShares by providing more LP, which in turn gives a deeper liquidity pool to EMP, now you're able to actually take profit in a token that it does not affect the protocol. You could dump eShares to your heart's content, and it wouldn't affect the overall protocol. I mean, yes, it would be a buying opportunity for those that are bullish on eShare, but it wouldn't again hurt anything in the system. So those are like the really big differences of what makes our economy superior to literally almost every other DeFi project out there. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Again, I know that was probably still a little bit complicated, but Bull, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but you want to do a breakdown in 1 or 2 minutes that I
Sure.
didn't, or go ahead, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So EMP is basically the utility token, the way that you create your wealth in the system. So the barrier to entry has to be as low as possible to that. So people actually get into the system, and then build their farms. They'll bring in liquidity and pair up their EMP with the ETH and start creating your farm, and then your share token, eShare, is what it is emitted or is created on your farm. That's where you're designed to create like arbitrage opportunities or profit opportunities by selling that. So the two tokens in the system, EMP and then eShare, one is the seeds, one is the crop. Putting your seeds in the ground and raising them up into a crop that you can sell, that's eShare. So the ideal thing is you want to have as many seeds as possible and as many farmers as possible. And then people, the seed should be as cheap as possible for people to get in, to build those farms up and grow the crops. And then people can sell the crops and speculate on the crops being higher or lower in price. But ideally, like what we want to see is as many people coming in and buying seeds and becoming farmers and understanding the system and participating as possible. I don't know if that's helpful.
No, that's very helpful. Again, Bull is the man with the words of wisdom. I go very analytical every time I talk, but Bull is amazing at the heart and soul of explaining something. And yes, the farming analogy is brilliant. So EMP
So,
is the seeds.
Bull,
Yeah, go ahead, Bull, or go ahead, Joe. Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Bull, are you full of crop or are you full of seeds?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fertilizer,
Yeah,
if you ask my wife.
yeah, it's full of fertilizer. That's true. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, again, to recap, you would never go to the store and sell your seeds when you can use those seeds to produce, that prize crop a 10 times higher value. So yeah, I think that's a great way of explaining it, of where the value comes from. It's not some random arbitrage bot or smoke and mirrors. We're not taking money and buying shit coins like Celsius was. I still can't
Mhm.
get over that. 500 million of shit coins when Celsius buying, it's just insane. So anyway,
Well,
I
yeah. I mean,
digress.
look,
Right?
look
Go
at
ahead,
look at
Bull.
look at that article I sent you where they, was it Three Arrows gave a popular ETH address to just buy, like, what was it, $400 million to just do whatever they want with.
Yep, totally.
And you speculate. Great thing here is at the end of the day, without getting any type of complications in it, you're the owner of the ecosystem. Your farm is either going to produce or it's not. But it's a really simple mechanism to make your farm create. All you have to do is be diligent and consistent, stick with it, ask questions if you don't understand. And everybody here that's a farmer wants to help your farm succeed and grow, because as we build this economy through farming, like every nation is built through farming, farming first. Um, you're going to see, your farm expand, your knowledge expand, and it's all really, really simple investment of time and a little bit of capital. But what's really going to take you a long ways is the education and the knowledge everybody here is willing to share with you for free, because they want to see you succeed.
Totally. Well said, Bull. All right, we have 2 minutes before detonator. But any last minute questions? I know Crazy Big Yo said thank you for always answering. Yeah, man, no problem. Or girl, guy or girl, whoever it is, we're happy to do so. That's what these AMAs are all about. So, is there any one or two last minute before we jump into detonator, Bull?
I'm not seeing anything, but if anybody else sees something, go ahead and chime in, please.
Okay, awesome. Let me go ahead and pull up uh, a detonator as we get ready here. One moment.
So we have a bit of news from Liquid Capital. It's not our project, but just to let you know, guys, that they're gonna extend the pre-sale for 3 more days, not because of any economic or stuff. It's just because of they bought back Titan and they want Titan to be able to enter the pre-sale and stuff. So it just to let you know, guys, if you don't follow the Discord of LC, it's gonna be extended for 3 days.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, man, that's a great update. Again, I'm not privy. I was on the AMA. I'm not uh seeing it, but I'll look at it and we'll do a big announcement tomorrow. I think what Charlie's referring to, which makes sense, is those of you that don't know, Liquid Capital actually was able to purchase Orbital Swap and an existing project called Titan. Because they were one of their partners, and the dev was stealing funds and stealing liquidity, and so they stepped in and actually bought out um, the entire protocol. So they've had their plate really full the last week, and so they bit off a lot, and I'm more than confident that they can handle everything, but they've just been nonstop getting that figured out. But if anything, that is so bullish because now not only does Liquid Capital offer all the financial services um, that we talked about already, and why it was a good idea to get into Liquid Capital, not financial advice, but now they have their own swap and DEX that they don't have to build or code. It's all there working flawlessly. Um, so that just ramped up their roadmap by about 6 months. I mean, they're way ahead of the schedule, and that to me that's really bullish. So yeah, I didn't know they were extending, but that makes total sense. So if you have not had a chance to contribute to the Liquid Capital presale, now would be the time, and then your tokens will be airdropped into your wallet after 1 week after that. So and really, again, you shouldn't be getting into Liquid Capital without having at least a 6 month time frame. Just the way their taxes and their rebasing works. Um, so if we have to wait another week to get those tokens, that's not a huge deal. especially if it allows them to hit the ground running with orbital swap. So, all right, awesome news. Thanks, Charlie. All right, let me go ahead and pull up Detonator, and we will jump
AJ,
right in. Yeah, LA, go
while
ahead.
you're doing that, do you mind just going over quickly just some safety precautions with that LC stuff?
Yeah,
With
absolutely, definitely. I mean, we've seen scams for LC, we've seen scams in EMP directly. We will never ever ever do an airdrop. When I say airdrop, I mean they are airdropping the tokens into your wallet. Never ever sign up for an airdrop or interact with a contract that says they're doing an airdrop. That is always a scam, and so again, you don't have to give away your private keys, verbally or through text. If you connect to a malicious website or application, and then give permission for them to access your funds, that is essentially the same thing as giving away your keys. So always be super careful with all that. Again, we will never ever do a giveaway or an airdrop or anything without a bunch of prior notice. It will be all over our socials. People DM all the time trying to get your crypto. So if you're getting a DM from anybody, unless you know them or you've been actually have the text history of the communications you've had with them, it's a scam. I mean, people impersonate me and all of our other army members. And I'm never. Nobody is ever going to ask you for money. Nobody is ever going to give you a good deal. Those are all scammers. So yeah, just want to make that perfectly clear. And if you do happen to get a DM about VIP or something that is legit, make sure that you confirm in our socials that they are who they say they are. So yeah, just want to make that clear. Thanks, LA. Great point. Anything you want to add real fast, LA, before we go into Detonator?
No, I think that was it. A lot of people were just asking when they were going to get their tokens and stuff, and I just told everyone that you would make a formal announcement about the instructions and stuff. So I think you covered it really
All right,
well.
perfect, awesome, LA. Yeah, and to be honest, everybody, I still don't know the exact logistics, but I'm almost positive it's going to be just an airdrop to your wallet address. You don't even have to claim or interact with anything. The tokens will just show up in your wallet, and then you add the actual token address, and then it'll populate in your MetaMask. So, and again, there could be scam tokens with the same name that airdrop into your wallet. Don't interact with those. Wait and make sure you have the exact token address of Liquid Capital before doing anything. So, and again, there's no rush. You have to, if you're in Liquid Capital, you have a long-term mindset anyway. So, if it takes a minute to get your tokens, there's no reason to panic. You'll still get all the rebasing and all that. So, all right, here it is. Detonator, our shining light, already at almost 93 million. I'm sorry, I wish 93 million. 93,000 LPs in the pool balance, with ETH again on a bit of a run. We're at $4.8 million in the contract. It's only a matter of time before we see 100,000 LP, or well over $5 million in the contract. So Detonator is an ROI contract. Again, it's not an annuity or a CD, but certificate of deposit's probably the closest of what this is to a traditional market. But what it means is that you deposit EMP ETH LP, that's half EMP, half Ethereum. If you don't know how to make an LP, you can click Zap in, and that will create the LP for you. Then you deposit those LPs into Detonator, and that LP token is then locked, which means you do not have access to it, but in return, you're rewarded with up to 365% of your initial deposit back. However, if you're compounding more than claiming, your 365 ROI could be substantially more, and really indefinite ROI if you compound long enough. So the 365 can get a little confusing. It's ROI, not APR. It works out to be anywhere from about 0.5 to 0.8% a day on what you're able to claim or compound. That is captured in what we call the daily burst. So the daily burst is the minimum amount of LP that you'll get every single day. It may go up, it may go down, but overall, it's only been growing, and so that is super bullish for everybody. And you actually probably get more than the daily burst because if you compound, you have a 20% savings. Because if you claim, there's 20% tax, and uh, we also reward instant volume. So the more people depositing into Detonator, 6% of all deposits are distributed to all the holders that are already in Detonator. So we call those the instant rewards, and that's what can push your daily earning even higher. But I mean, my God, even at worst case scenario, 0.5%, you're not gonna be able to earn that anywhere with exposure to Ethereum. And we have a bunch of awesome upgrades to Detonator that will hopefully get that number even higher over time. So, Bull, you want to talk about our prizes, both the largest and the random? I'm going to give you more airtime here. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, bro. Absolutely. So, two 1% winners here, and the 1% winners is a really tiny amount. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
There's going to be two winners today, each winning, at the current moment, 930 LP, which is $48,000, 600. Well, we'll just call it $48,000, okay, and some change. Life-changing money, regardless of what you have in your wallet. If it's 1,000 or 1,000,000, that's life-changing. And so when we look at that, we call our largest depositors our snipers because they're always looking to get in that shot right at the last second there so that they can take home this lottery prize. And the way that you win that lottery prize is you look at that timer up at the top of the screen and you make your first shot your best shot, and you are the largest depositor. Like AJ said yesterday, the largest depositor was 155 LP, but because anybody can enter this this contract, it's anybody's ball game about who's going to take that largest depositor prize. So, great thing about the largest depositor prize is that that's a whales game, right? And so we love whales here. We love everybody in between, from minnow to whale, because everybody is contributing in their own way to the contract. And the great thing here about the whales is there's that instant reward bonus that goes to everybody here in the pool. So yeah, thank you to all the people that are depositing in this contract and supporting this contract and the supporting the longevity of the contract, because the special part of the special secret sauce here is that it's an EMP ETH LP, and I think we're at about $19 million in liquidity if I'm correct on that.
Yep.
Which really is a great metric to look at in terms of longevity, because as AJ said, that your daily burst and percentage expressed as a percentage can be anywhere from 0.5 to 0.8 based on your actions. And so when we look at that, there might be other ROI contracts out there that are offering you more, advertising more, but there's nobody that can say, hey, look, we've got $19 million in liquidity, right? And that is really special because we continue to see that grow in a down market. But don't let me get too far off topic. That lottery winner, we'll see what it is today. I have a feeling that there's going to be a big snipe on that today, but that's 1% of the pool balance. The current pool balance right now is 93,000 LP, or right around $5 million. Ooh, yep, ticking up right now. So if we look, there's another 1% winner, and you're like, oh, that probably goes to another whale. No, that goes to the person that has that DeFi's golden ticket given to you by the Willy Wonka of DeFi, AJ or Jake. Where we still have to have see these guys battle it out to see who takes that title. But every day, there's about between 9,000 and 10,000 tickets. There's two different ways that you can get tickets. You can either deposit LP. LP is, remember, half EMP, half ETH. A ticket is going for, what's the ticket going for, AJ? $7.83.
Yeah,
And
the
so this
price
is
of
a
a
lot.
McDonald's meal. You could get that one day. You could have life-changing wealth, right, Bull? Yeah.
Not with a Big Mac, man. The only
Yeah,
thing
no,
you're gonna
that's
have
true.
is,
It's like $15 now, right? Oh my God.
yeah, bro, it's expensive. Yeah. So you can deposit up to 50 tickets or compound up to 50 tickets. So you could have a total of 100 tickets in a day. However, there's only one winning ticket every single day that wins that 1%. So keeping in mind that 1% is $48,000. So how do you get a ticket? You can get it through depositing LP up to 50 tickets. And that ticket, like I said, is $7.83. Or you can get it through compounding your deposit that you have deposited throughout time here, earning you tickets. And, that goal is to get up to 50 tickets every day. I think everybody's kind of initial goal is to eventually get to 50 compound tickets and have 50 chances at it. But keep in mind, only one ticket wins. And so, yeah, how much time we got left? Ooh,
That's
1
it. We're
minute and
cutting
50
close.
seconds.
Yeah, Bull, that was
Okay.
amazing, man. That was perfect timing. Again, I gave you that 2 minutes to jam that all in there. So, great job, Bull. Appreciate you, man. All right, so yes, we have 1 minute and 40 seconds left. If you're watching on YouTube, there is a bit of a delay, so make sure you're looking on the actual website. But yeah,
Little snipe coming.
nice.
Little snipe.
Yep, we were at about 30 and then 57, and now I don't know what we're at. I gotta refresh, but we got more in the pipeline. Hopefully, we'll see 93,257 LP total and 3,636 users. So we'll see. We have 8,000 tickets. Right, Bull? About a little over 8,000. We'll see if we can get.
8,500. Yep.
Yeah. So odds
We'll hit 9,000
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, man, odds are good today. Usually weekends are a little better on odds. Again, not financial advice, but we'll see what happens in about 50 seconds. So make sure you're compounding last minute. The other major part of Detonator is if you do not claim or compound within 24 hours, your rewards are put back into the pool. So that's very bullish for the sustainability of the contract. And even if you forget to compound, it doesn't take away your principal. It only adds to your time of ROIing. So, all right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. About 20 seconds. If you are the winner, we'd love to celebrate with you. Another little sniper at 60 LP. We'll see if that holds up with about 10 seconds left. Here we go. Good luck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 285, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Will 285 take it?
9,600 tickets.
Man, the tickets and the compounding just skyrocket in the last 10 seconds. I love it. All right, let me go ahead and refresh here. If you can, somebody from the Army can give us an update. Did 285 take it?
I believe so. I'm waiting for my screen to update here.
Yep, we're lagging a little bit. Again, that's just because there's so much info being processed, and then not only does it have to go through on chain, because we don't use any databases, everything is done on chain, and so then it has to update the UI as well. So, all right, I think,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I think he got it. Yeah,
All
he
right,
got it.
Yep, 285 takes it home. Wow, awesome.
180.
Another great
183 after.
183 after. All right, thanks, Charlie. Yeah, so a little bit late on the 183. But yeah, I mean, pool balance was looking really healthy, so I knew there was a few snipes in there. So yeah, 285 takes it. And oh, it looks like a late snipe, or maybe somebody just eager to get in, but we just have 175 LP going right now. Let me refresh one more time. And yeah, so if you try to cut it too close to the rollover, sometimes your LP is given to the next day. Again, you have to get your snipe in late, but not too late, because if you miss that block, again, every block is about 3 seconds on BNB. So you have about 3 second window to get it in, but if you don't, then it rolls over to the next day. And make sure if you are sniping with high amounts, you're always using a little bit more gas to make sure it goes in as fast as possible. So, all right, the new pool
Peg
balance.
is looking
Yeah,
nice.
is it? What are we at, LA? I gotta switch screens.
0.9951.
All right,
Woo!
0.995. We could see 1.01 by this evening. Who knows? We may see it. If not, the next day for sure. But yeah, amazing. Everything's looking super healthy. The new pool balance is 94,398 LP. That is almost $5 million in Detonator. Again, just growing day after day after day. Detonator is an absolute beast.
Nice.
Daily burst looking really good. Again, whether it's going up or down, daily burst is super healthy. And again, as long as you're compounding, it doesn't, the day to day doesn't matter as much. As long as you're compounding and as long as the pool balance is going up, you cannot ask for any more out of Detonator. So, all right, awesome. Bull, any last comments or anything you want to say before we wrap it up? I don't know.
It looks like a YouTuber took home the largest snipe, so congrats to Crypto Talk.
Awesome, man. Hell yeah. That's what we love
Yeah.
to hear. If you're listening on YouTube and you are the winner, maybe jump into our Telegram. We'd love to hear from you tomorrow on voice if you're comfortable. If not, congrats, man. That's what it's all about. Again, our lottery winners are all random, and you can verify on chain that their deposits match the tickets that they were credited. So yeah, really, really awesome. Congrats to them. All right, awesome. Bull, anything else while we get ready for another amazing day? We're over $800 eShare and climbing. So who knows where eShare can go? $1,600 ETH, 40-cent EMP. I mean, my God, we're killing it, man. I could not be more excited. So go ahead, Bull.
Yep. Sorry, a little delay there. Yeah, I would just, encourage everybody to, keep doing what you're doing, be positive. As we see the ecosystem pump, we're going to see new people come in and there's going to be a lot of questions. And I know it's a lot of times there's repetitive questions. So just keep in mind that, we're here to always educate in a positive way. Darn it, I forgot what I was going to say. So yeah, just everybody here is always positive and helpful in any way. Just remember to keep an eye out for scammers because those little rascals are pretty sneaky. And so anybody, any question can always be asked out in the open. It's seems counterintuitive, but that it's usually the safest thing into crypto is to ask your questions in a public space. Just be aware though, when you do ask a question, you're probably going to get bombarded by scammers. As AJ said, if those links look suspicious, just block and report right away, and then make sure that if you do have a question, a general, make sure that you are double checking to make sure that you are, talking to somebody that's legitimate, either from the team or that's got a title of EMP graduate or Army general. So just be safe out there, people, because as the system pumps here, there's going to be a tendency for nefarious actors or scammers, whatever you want to call them, to come back in. And we don't want to see anybody, lose their hard-earned money here. And just because we're not breaking our backs here, we are spending, a lot of time in front of the computer, learning how to do things, sharing information, learning, gaining knowledge. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that you put in, those dollars or whatever country you're from. And those probably came from a lot of manual labor and time put in at your job, and a lot of the time of your life spent at that place earning that money. So just be cautious and don't give it away, and then make sure that we're just always maintaining a positive, healthy attitude towards crypto. Whereas if you get frustrated or you're angry about something, just remember to step away from your computer a little bit, step outside, feel the sun on your face. It seems silly, but it really does help, to recenter you and kind of level you out and make sure that, you don't come in and do something crazy and spend your rent money or your car payment money. Just make sure that you're being responsible. And I'm not, I don't want to tell anybody what to do. I am typically called the crypto dad here, but just make sure that what you're doing here, you're not going all in and making getting addicted to something like that can hurt you in your real life. So always take a step back and just feel the sun on your face a little bit. Sorry to ramble a little bit there.
Yeah, bro. No, that's amazing, bro. Again, we're all about education here at EMP, regardless of whether you invest 1 cent.
Oh, look, we got our lottery winner, their hand raised.
Oh, all right. He took it down. Let's hear it.
Go ahead, bro.
What's up, guys? How you doing, AJ? How
What's
you doing,
up, Thomas? How are you, man? You took it down, bro. Second win, huh? Good for you, bro.
Yeah, I'm feeling better after that. I had a strategy today because I saw that yesterday was such a low number. I go, anytime that somebody has won the lottery with a low amount of LP, it makes me feel like, well, maybe I can do it with such a low number. So I felt people would kind of be a little stingy today and want to, not put in. So I just dropped 15K, about 285 LP, and it's my second time getting it. I'm happy and stoked because that's free money that goes into the system, doesn't dump on it, anything like that. So it's a beautiful thing. This sucker's a beast.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Well, and I know you've done it a few videos now, just reiterating about, responsible claiming. We're all here to make money, and that's awesome. And, if you're at least compounding, 5 or 6 days a week, claiming once or twice, this contract can grow to unbelievable numbers and provide, that paycheck every week without hurting the ecosystem, without hurting anybody. We can all make money. So yeah, bro, absolutely. I know you understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's right now for me. I know we're having, it's a lot of greenery in the scenery. Things are looking good right now as far as the market, but I still think that we're in a bear scenario. So for me, it's all about compounding until I feel like we absolutely bottom, which could be a while. So like you said, later down the road, I think I talked about with you before. It's going to be in favor of either 6-1, 5-2 strategy in favor of compounding versus withdrawing. But I think on a week where I do, let's say, a 5 days compound, 2-day withdrawal, one of those withdrawal days, I'm just going to take the LP and put it into the system where I think right now it's like 0.2% in the LP pool.
For sure,
on
bro.
the actual EMP site. So that, and then I want to get a few of the Giga nodes as well, and do the strategy that we were talking about the other day as well. Because if I can beef up my LP on the actual EMP site, and then get some nodes going, doesn't hurt the system to sell eShare, but I can sell eShare for ETH and then pair it up with the rewards I get from the nodes, the
100%.
EMP. So
that's it, bro.
it's gonna grow it.
That's the infinite
I'll
money.
put it all
Infinite
on
money,
camera.
baby.
Money loop, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a life hack. I'll definitely record it and do that. But I figure a detonator is going to be a big piece of that later down the road, where I'm able to do that on a much larger scale. So it just pays off to compound, and not even think about withdrawing, because it's like I think you've said it many times. It's like a savings of my retirement, and when
Totally.
you have a retirement or a 401k. There's a penalty, and there's 20% when you withdraw, but you're never abusing it and taking all your money. You just take what you need and to survive. So that's how you kind of look at it. It's a beautiful thing.
No doubt, Thomas. And all of that on top of exposure to ETH, man. So I know you're pretty bullish on Pulse Chain, and I know you and I have both built massive bags for that, and I'm sure you'll be involved with Impulse, because anybody having LP, whether it's in the farms or in Detonator, will have early access to Impulse as well. But yeah, man, no matter what chain it's on, we're gonna be hitting the gains left and right, bro.
Yeah, the exposure, I'm super bullish because Richard's mentioned it many times that Pulse Chain is actually going to take a lot of load off the shoulders of the actual Ethereum blockchain network, as far as where gas fees are because so many people are on the network, utilizing it for DeFi. He
For
thinks it's
sure.
actually going to help with it. And I think ETH, will be a $10,000 token one day during, a mega bull run. So that exposure is crucial. It's like you get the best of both worlds. You get some passive income, compounding ETH. Like, where else can you get that percentage on your Ethereum? Nowhere, unless you lock it in with the CeFi like Celsius and do some stupid shit like that and lose it. Not your
Yep.
fees, not your crypto.
And then lose it all, bro. Exactly. Well, there you have it, everybody. One of the crypto OGs on here live saying how it is. I mean, again, there's no ulterior motives here. We always preach, what we preach because we can all win together in EMP, in Detonator overall, and all of that is with exposure to Ethereum. And again, whether you're bullish on ETH or not, I think crypto overall will 10x in the next few years anyway. And that means what? Today, you pretty much won $400,000 today, Thomas, if ETH is at 10 grand. So that's pretty amazing, man.
Oh yeah. And my dollar cost average is insane based off the amount of LP I just won too as well for free. So it's this is incredible. Even with the price up right now, that's one hell of a DCA when you think about it with the exposure you get with ETH. So thank you guys. It's platform's a blessing. It's awesome. Hopefully everybody is out there and involved. Super bullish because I think it's the best safe haven right now during the bear market versus anything else I'm in right now. So I'm excited.
Awesome, bro. Hell yeah. And I know we've been talking too. I'm going to try to get you that new UI a little bit early so you can check it out and help us build the hype for our new UI coming on Wednesday. So
be on it, bro. I got you. Let's do this.
All right. Hell yeah. There you go, everybody. Congrats again, Thomas. And yeah, super bullish. And again, everybody that also may have some uncertainty about multiple winners getting that snipe, I mean, they're putting their money where their mouth is, so they deserve it. And in turn, it helps the contract become more sustainable. You want whales participating because it adds funds to the overall pool balance, and because of our whale tax system, one wallet address cannot accumulate so many tokens to where they'd be able to drain the contract on their own. So once you own more than 10% of the overall pool, you're hit with a 50% whale tax. So it's still really fair no matter how you look at it. We've gone through all the calculations and simulations of what this contract can do, and we're just getting started. So, all right. Well, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Again, congrats to everybody. EMP is on fire, and we are not slowing down one bit. So, hopefully, we'll be at PEG by the AMA tomorrow. Who knows? It could be in a couple of hours at this point, but we will we'll talk about it all tomorrow. I'm sure I'll have even more bullish updates. If you're in the VIP group, you will be getting early access to the new UI. We're releasing it to the public on Wednesday. I will announce a countdown timer. I think it'll probably be around 5 or 6 p.m. so we can talk about it on the actual AMA. But yeah, we have a lot in the works, and everything is just firing on all cylinders. Over 35 million in TVL now too. So, all right, awesome. Go ahead, Bull. Anything else, Bull?
There was one question here from Cryptonaire. Do you have time for one question?
I gotta wrap it up actually, Bull, but we can.
Okay.
Can you keep it for tomorrow for me?
Yeah, I'll message the person.
All right, yeah, have them ask tomorrow. I'm more than happy to get to it right at the top. So yeah, all right, awesome. All right, everybody. Again, thanks for being here. Bull, shout out to you, brother. My co-host with the most, Bull Gates, my right-hand guy. Makes these AMAs a lot easier for me, and I appreciate you, Bull. So, all right.
Yep, love you too, bro.
Right,
sorry, I didn't realize I was unmuted. Sorry about that.
No worries, bro. All right, awesome. So, all right, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. Good day. We'll see you tomorrow.